Yeah, let's get after it. What up? What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live on a very comfortable Monday morning here in the Midwest. Oh my goodness, I love fall weather. The high today is probably 73, 74. Oh, hoodie weather, no humidity. I love it. Got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to cover Survivor Series Saturday because that's what this was. Oh my God, that's what this was. The biggest upset out there, Notre Dame. Notre Dame going in to, they were in South Bend, and Northern Illinois didn't give a damn. We'll go ahead and get into that behind the numbers. Kentucky got embarrassed at home. It literally got so bad they were shooting people leaving. This was wow. This was mind-blowing. Texas was only like a 3-point favorite. We put that up on our college picks of the day to go ahead and watch. My God. Michigan, Ann Arbor. Oh my goodness, they got smoked out. North Carolina State got a drubbing. Tennessee is putting a lot of people on notice. They are for real. And North Carolina State, they found out just how real Tennessee is. Then we'll close it out with the worst game that was ever in primetime that should have never been televised anywhere was Nebraska versus Colorado. Blech. Again, you all know I don't like covering Deion Sanders because it is truly divisive. But we'll get into it. We'll do a football take, and pretty much we'll be attacked. It comes with the territory. This is Big Vern. Give me a quick 20 so we can get into it. Holla. Yes, BK, have it your way, because you rule. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local BK. Have it your way, because you rule. So, not going to waste any time, just going to go ahead and get after it. Northern Illinois did not give a damn about Notre Dame. They didn't care about South Bend. They were there to make this thing, I'm talking about competitive, yes, because when you bring FCS schools to town, you've already cut them a check. They're there for a reason, to get beat up. But every now and then, when you're out here cherry picking, you're going to pick a pepper. And Notre Dame, they picked a pepper. They picked a hell of a pepper. Now, it's not just that they lost. How did they lose? They got outpassed in this game. On that defense, with those defensive coordinators, all of this knowledge and all of this pedigree, they had them 198 yards through the air. They almost put up 200 yards in passing on Notre Dame. They almost put up 200 yards in passing on Notre Dame. They almost put up 200 yards in rushing against Notre Dame at 190 rushing yards, with the average at 6 yards per play. So in that average, in the law of averages, on every first down, it was second and short or third and extremely short, and they were able to convert that. And you can look at that as 16 times they were put in that position to convert the third to the first down. Out of 16 times, they done it 6 times. I know what people are saying. Hey, look, that's not really hot. That's really not hot to trot. But who's the number 5th ranked team in this country? That is Notre Dame. Notre Dame was put in that same position 10 times and they only converted 3. This means they had kids flying off the ball who knew how to play and put Notre Dame in some very precarious places. it was really shocking to see that Notre Dame could not pull away from this team. They could not pull away from this team. Notre Dame had 5 punts. They held on to the ball for 25 minutes and 22 seconds and tried to make it as competitive as can be. But whether you slowed this game down or you sped it up, Northern Illinois just had more X's and O's than Marcus Freeman in the bunch. And those interceptions didn't hurt. Gonna take a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern promoting another rap album this month. Currency and DJ Fresh, The Tonight Show, the sequel, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on here is Next One with Larry June, State of Course with Paul Wall, Neighborhood Superstar with Payroll Giovanni, Ethereum, First and 15th, and many more. In stores now. Yeah, Currency and DJ Fresh, The Tonight Show, Part 2, in stores now. So when we last left off, we were talking about that putrid Notre Dame offense. And I'm not going to lay it all at the feet of Marcus Freeman. And Marcus Freeman's a grown man. He can defend himself. But Riley Leonard has to account for some of this. This dude is bad. Even in the Texas game, a lot of those throws, he was overthrowing guys. He was misreading defenses. I was just like, how is he your starter? How is he your starter? Do you effectively have anybody you can put out there besides him? This dude, 32 throws, that's standard for a college quarterback to be anywhere between 30 to 35 throws. That's his skill set. That's a strong arm. This kid, 32 throws, 20 of that 32 is completed, 163 yards and 2 interceptions. That's bad. That is bad. Then, if you're going to have a bright spot, you got to have one for the running game in the running back room. Jeremiah Love, 11 touches, 79 yards, and a score. Again, no other Irish running back had over 80 yards. This is bad. And then, like I said, if you want to make things bad, or they go from horrible to even more worse or terrible to just putrid and disgusting, Riley Leonard dialed up his own play 11 times, which means that he didn't pass the ball when he felt like, I don't know, the pocket was collapsing. He got out of there and took off running. He called his own number 11 times for 16 yards, and he got a touchdown. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh man, that guy got a touchdown because he was running. No, these are very short plays because he averaged 1.5 yards. Out of all of those times he dialed up his own number, 11 times you called your own number, and it was an average of a yard. Bad. Your wide receiver room for the Fighting Irish, Bo Collins, he was the high man, 5 grabs, 45 yards, no scores, an average of 9 yards. I don't know why you couldn't target him. I know it was suffocating defense. You look, credit to Northern Illinois. I'm not going to hold you. Northern Illinois, they played a hell of a game. At the same time, because I was watching the fourplex screens where I'm sitting here at the house, I'm looking at the Kentucky game. I'm like, wow, this is insane. But at the same time, my attention keeps going over to Northern Illinois and Notre Dame because I'm like, who the hell is Northern Illinois? And I love it because as things happen in real time, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, oh, wow, Northern Illinois, they are playing no games. And a very close friend of mine, I'm texting him at 6:03, who the hell is Northern Illinois and why are they not scared of Notre Dame? This is officially Survivor Saturday. Wow. Survivor Saturday. Oh, I just had no idea that they were doing this. Now, the one kid in particular that I felt like he could go pro looking at this. And we'll tell you when we come back from a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern Roller. I know you ain't gonna believe this, but we got another rap album we're promoting this month. LL Cool J, The Force, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My favorites on the album is Spirit of Cyrus, Saturday Night Special, Black Code Suite, Passion, and The Vow. Many more. LL Cool J, The Force, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to James Todd, The Force, in stores. Make sure you go get your copy. We've been lightweight promoting that album for, I want to say, since July. However, back on track. One kid we felt like when we kept watching the game, he always had the ball in his hand. He always made timely plays that would break the momentum of Notre Dame, and that's Ontario Brown, Savannah, Georgia's own. This dude is only 5'10", but the way he played, it was almost on another level. It reminded you of LaDainian Tomlinson, the way that he was able to not only maneuver inside the gaps and break containment and have these huge yards, but they also could throw it to him in space. 20 touches, 19 yards. The average is 5 yards a carry. He is, like I said, that was his running. He almost cracked 100 yards rushing on a Notre Dame defense. And you all know we covered who was coming back to Notre Dame, what coordinators, what defensive coordinators, how much money they were putting out there. We kept telling people this Notre Dame team is playing no games. And Northern Illinois didn't give a damn about what we were talking about. Ontario Brown wasn't finished. He almost hung 100 in rushing on the Irish. He turns around in the wide receiving room, 2 grabs, 126 yards, and a touchdown when you lined him up in space. Once he was able to get behind the linebackers, I don't think the safeties could catch him. They would have to actually try to tackle him in angles because he was so foot fast, he was gone. And if I'm a GM, because the Patriots are the kind of team that likes to draft these little guys and put them in slant routes and stuff like that under the Bill Belichick era. This is a copycat league. But if I'm a Kansas City, I took notes. Or if I'm a Baltimore Raven, I took notes. This kid is special. He is special. He is somebody that you can look forward to seeing on Saturday. Marcus Freeman and the boys, I don't know where you're going. I really don't. The schedule for Notre Dame, it is what it is. The schedule for them, they play Purdue. They will have a bounce back beating. They will beat the brakes off of Purdue. Miami of Ohio, I don't know how much of a test that's going to be. You have to beat Louisville. You can't beat Louisville. You can't stop Northern Illinois. You're not going to be able to stop Louisville. But that doesn't mean your season's over. Notre Dame could very well likely be 10-2. But from what I saw against Northern Illinois, and Louisville has a live defense. Louisville is the most underreported team in college football. And when they keep winning and people are so oblivious to this, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe Louisville's winning games. No, Louisville's winning games because they're that good. And I know Louisville will beat you. Then there's Stanford. I don't know enough about them to make an informed decision. I'd have to do some research, not only on the coaching staff, but what kind of season they're having. Georgia Tech, they just lost this past weekend. Navy, nobody cares about. Wait a minute, support the troops. Back to the program. Florida State, an abject failure. That thing crashed and burned. Virginia, yeah, whatever. Then there's Army. Nobody cares about that game. Wait a minute, support the troops. Back to the show. Then you have USC. Miller Moss and Lincoln Riley and company will beat you. DeAnton Lynn's defense is good enough to frustrate you. And if you can't get past Northern Illinois, look the hell out. Look the hell out. Because as I sit here and live and breathe, I don't think Riley Leonard is going to recognize some of the packages DeAnton Lynn is going to throw at him. And you have to come to Pasadena to get that ass whooping. So, again, South Bend, let me know. Are we all prisoners of the moment? Because right now, this is looking like the biggest upset in college football history. Not just for the season, history. Get at your boy, Big Vern.